Gaming Bolt presents 15 things you need to know about Overwatch. There's no denying how awesome of a game Overwatch is starting to look. With Blizzard Entertainment's newest franchise about to come out of the woodworks, we wanted to take a look at some awesome features you may not know about. And if you do know about them, pretend like you don't and get all excited like you've witnessed greatness for the first time. It's always fun to see something new and exciting for the first time. Here are 15 things we think you need to know about Overwatch. 6v6. In Overwatch, be prepared for some well-armored battles. Well-armored as in 6 well-armed players versus your team of well-armored players. This squad-based combat game will house maps with up to 12 total players in one game. After choosing a character, get prepared to experience a more open world of controlled combat in this beautiful first-person shooter/MOBA style online adventure. 4 classes. Overwatch isn't stretching too far from the norm when Blizzard introduced 4 varieties of character classes within the game. These classes include Offense. This class is designed for attack. Hits may be powerful, quick, and powerful, but don't get too cocky. The offensive characters are evened out by lower defenses. Defense. The defense class is designed to defend objectives and locations, creating choke points and field support such as sentry setup and traps. Their own personal defense stats are higher, but overall attack may be much lower. Tank. These massive in-game bullies are designed to take the brunt of the attack. Pretty much the defenders, and even more so than the defense class. This class is designed to take enemy fire so that the team can set up more defense and offense attacks for a stronger battle. Support. This class is designed for those who want to be utility characters that can enhance and strengthen others on their team. They'll not deal the most damage or have a lot of hit points, but they can supply buffs, debuffs, and the overall performance of other players. Character switching. Blizzard designed Overwatch to be a game of experimentation. One character not working out and you keep dying? Don't worry, change the character after death. This was strategically designed this way for that sole purpose. Make the game as fun and as open as it possibly can be while still progressing as fast as you enjoy. Real-world based maps. Blizzard are a company of thinkers and innovators. With lots of time and money under their belt, they figured out the key ingredients to make great lasting games. In Overwatch, we will hopefully see a game that can last for a long time to come. And if anything in the game is indicative of time well spent, that definitely lies within the maps of the game. Most of the maps within the game are based on real-world locations throughout the world, such as Japan and Europe and other unique areas that truly bring a feel of realism to the game. The real world is something a lot of gamers look for, and if done correctly, can bring a truly breathtaking and authentic feel into our living rooms. Strong story elements. The world within Overwatch is a well-scripted and planned-out ocean of wealth. There's been a lot of ideas thrown into this world too. Artificial intelligence took over the entire planet, bringing everything else down to its knees. The game takes place well after that AI world apocalypse where the Overwatch team has been reassembled. The Overwatch team was originally assembled by the United Nations, but ultimately disbanded because of suspicious reasons we aren't quite sure of just yet. Titan's return? It's no secret that Blizzard were in the works of an MMORPG years back titled Titan. Long story short, it got cancelled because of delays, constraints, and an overall feel for where the game was heading. Titan was a game a lot of people were looking forward to as well, but it isn't completely dead. They have made parts of Overwatch that share continuity with Titan. Now, what parts are we talking about exactly? It could be anything from gameplay to art style to characters carried over to this one. Hopefully more details emerge later on. Team mechanics. Everyone loves deathmatch modes, right? Well, not Blizzard. At least they aren't giving it the love that most other online games do these days. In fact, Overwatch will be void of a traditional deathmatch mode from the start. As this is a team-focused game, Blizzard wants to show the players that winning isn't always about racking up the most kills in a match. It's about objectives and getting through the game from challenges, not just kills. Character roles. It's true, the playable characters in Overwatch are amazingly spectacular. They work hard to get those objectives completed and those kills just to keep your score up high. But they don't just wake up each morning ready for the hunt. No, they have to train very hard as specific types to gain that ability to work in the roles they're assigned to. For example, there are characters that are great with melee and melee alone, the same with rifles and other power attacks or defenses. The characters have very specific roles that they take seriously, and when trying to change what they like, it doesn't make them happy. Overwatch Esport. Blizzard are already in the works of building Overwatch up to be an esport for competitive play. That sounds pretty cool right now, if it's a success that is. As well, there are lessons that Blizzard have learned along the way. Talking with PC Gamer, Jeff Kaplan explained that making StarCraft 2 for esports was a good move, but they were forced to sacrifice approachability. That doesn't hold true with Overwatch. This new game is extremely approachable and is so far being well received by those who've gotten their hands on it. Here's hoping the game is as great as it looks and it becomes an amazing esport. Newest franchise. It's hard to believe, but Overwatch is Blizzard's newest franchise since StarCraft. With years of building up the anticipation of a new franchise, we're finally seeing the fruits of Blizzard's labor and it's looking brilliant. With such a prestigious company giving us top-notch games, it's a surprise we haven't seen an original franchise since 1998. Progression system. Strangely enough, Blizzard had 2 progression systems within Overwatch before launching the beta. These systems, as described by Jeff Kaplan, the game's director, were described as utter failures on Blizzard's end. They were then revamped and retooled to become much simpler. The new progression system is designed as more light and giving out cosmetic items to those who play the game. It's Blizzard's way of thanking the player for spending time with the game. Character roles. Each character has a different role within Overwatch. Interestingly enough, characters can acquire any role the player wants to make that character fit the player's playstyle as he or she wishes. Offense, defense, tank, and support, as stated earlier on, will be specific roles for each character that can be built upon and greatly improved. Game modes. Escort, Assault, Hybrid, and Control. Get used to those titles. Those are the names of the 4 game modes announced so far for Overwatch. Some of them may sound familiar, but others may sound a bit new. Let's dig deeper to find out what lies within these modes. Escort. This mode's objective is to get the attacking team to move a payload to a delivery point. Defenders must try to stop this action until the map time runs out. Assault. The main focus of this mode is to take and defend capture points around the map. Both teams battle over control, and whoever has the most control when the time runs out wins. Hybrid. Hybrid is a mix between Assault and Escort. The 2 parts of the single game mode act like their individual modes, but it packs more of an all-around feel to the game. Control. Both teams must fight over objective areas in a best-of-3 format. The longer the team is in control of the objective, the closer that team comes to taking full control of it. The team with the most control at the end wins. Abilities. Abilities are the differences between each of the heroes within the game. These abilities define what the character attributes are. These abilities will allow certain characters to carry out objectives within the game that others may not. All characters have a basic melee attack as a default attack, but this doesn't mean other characters that have the main ability of melee will be of equal value. Heroes. Blizzard have announced a whopping 21 playable characters when Overwatch launches very soon. Each of these 21 characters fits into one of 4 roles and each have their own ability. Each team is allowed more than one of the same character, but what's the fun in seeing a bunch of the same thing running around? Get out there, explore, get to know all the different characters there are to choose from. Come on, there are 21 to choose from. We hope you've enjoyed this video, so please consider subscribing to our channel. We do original content, reviews, graphics comparison, and much more, and try to upload a video every day. Thank you very much for checking us out.